Is that some radical change? That's just obvious science. There's a lot of things that should be looked at like that. And I think that Cassidy, since he said it publicly, even easier behind closed doors, the more information he gets. We'll see what happens to the schedule. Yes, in the back. You can,
Thank you, and thank you for letting me join you in the gallery this morning for this
Yes.
historic moment. Alex Morozov, Aviva Partners. I have two quick questions. One is, Andrew Wakefield was reported that he's part of your team. Do you imagine a role for him in the new administration? And the second question is, obviously these like the placebo studies will take a long time, as you said. It can't be just 5 days. So in the meantime, is there a plan to maybe reduce coverage or de-emphasize some of the schedule, etc.?
I don't think, as I said, right now, Robert Kennedy Jr., and I think that this is a point too. I'll talk about strategy for a second. What good would it do, even if he did want to go in and start pulling vaccines off the schedule, then half this country would feel like he's just got a bias and going in. It wouldn't make sense. That's not going to achieve anything. That's a sand painting that's going to blow away 4 years from now when the next administration comes in. If you want lasting change, the people have to be involved in it. And Robert Kennedy Jr., and I traveled with him for 2.5 years, believes more than anyone I've ever met that the power should be in the hands of the people. That your choice, that you are capable and you're intelligent enough to make your own decisions and decisions for your children and your families as long as you're well informed. I do not believe his goal is to go in and be radical and take things away based on his opinion, as he said, and he meant it. If you start showing the nation the science, you start saying it's your choice after knowing the science, then let us have the country that our founding fathers promised us. As far as Dr. Andrew Wakefield, who was my co-filmmaker and was the director of Vaxxed, the film that ended up being about the CDC whistleblower, I haven't been in direct contact with him. He's not currently a part of our work or the administration, but I will say that I believe history is being rewritten on that story. I did an investigation to him when I was going to make Vaxxed, when I knew that in order to tell the whistleblower story, and he was the one that had already been working on it for 1.5 years, that I had to see what is this story really all about. And one of the great medical frauds is what happened to him. If you look it up, even the Lancet study is misreported. People say he committed fraud and that's why that paper was retracted. That paper said very clearly in it, this study does not prove a link between the MMR vaccine and autism. More studies need to be done on that. Yet not, I think, a single reporter in here has ever written that. As far as his work, I know Andy has really focused on media after having his license taken away. He was one of the doctors who was out there all by himself. Now there's thousands and thousands and thousands of doctors that are standing up together. This conversation is changing. And one day, I do believe we will look at that story and we'll recognize that there was a hero that stepped forward all by himself from a highly decorated family of doctors, and he told the truth.